whole question is whether or not this business is really generating that, because again, that round revenue number just makes me suspicious. All right, so this is the next in the series of would I buy this business? Let's take a look at what we have today, which is a profitable multi-location laser hair removal / spa with real estate business. Okay. I probably personally wouldn't get into the laser hair removal business. Not something I'm super passionate about or probably the right fit for. But if it's a good business and staff are in place, I certainly wouldn't mind owning it if it made sense. So taking a look at the numbers, gross revenue, 1.8 million. Again, that's one of those things I've mentioned before. It's a super round number. So, that immediately makes me suspicious that that's not really, what it is. They took some estimate, like, we make $150,000 a month on average, and then they multiplied that by 12 and came up with 1.8 million. But that's very likely not really what the number is. The cash flow, 646,500. That's about a 33% margin on the estimated sales. That's not bad. And then they have an EBITDA listed as 724,280, which is, even better, more like a 40% profit margin, which for this kind of business is probably reasonable. The whole question is whether or not this business is really generating that, because again, that round revenue number just makes me suspicious. The price, the price, I'm okay. The price on this is 6.3 million, but they're saying 3.4 million of that is real estate. So if we back that out, then the price is about 3 million, 2.9, I guess, which is a 4x multiple, which is kind of high still, I think, for this business with, again, round revenue numbers. I keep harping on that, but that immediately just makes me suspicious about this business not really being, there being something more going on. So let's scroll down and see if there's anything in the description that helps. Unique opportunity to acquire a thriving medical spa operating profitably for over a decade across multiple locations. Okay, business generated approximately 1.8 million in gross sales. Well, if they have the books, they have the records, why can't they tell us exactly what it generated instead of approximately? And they're saying EBITDA above 40%, making it highly profitable. Great. It's okay. So 4 locations: Plano, Dallas, Richardson, and Louisville, all in Texas. It's definitely a 40% profit margin makes up for a lot of potential problems. And you can use that for expansion. You can use it to pay a note. You can use it to just build your personal portfolio of other investments. So I like high margin businesses. I like multi-location businesses. I like businesses that aren't going to be disintermediated by somebody like Amazon. Amazon's not going to offer laser hair removal anytime soon. And even if they did, it'll probably be done by robots. People might be sketched out by that. So probably a safe business to own for the long term. But I would want to definitely get more information to know what the real numbers were, and also find out why, if they've owned it for a decade, it's a high profit business, why are they selling? That's always a key question in a business like this. Why are they selling a profitable business that presumably, has people in place that could run it, or you could hire somebody to run it and just take a little bit of a hit on the net profit instead of selling the business. It says they have 10 employees. 10 employees in 4 locations, that doesn't sound like enough, right? If you're open 5 or 6 days a week, 40 hours a week, you need somebody to do the treatment, somebody at the front desk. It doesn't sound like enough for a 4-location operation. So there's definitely something more in here to find out about. But with a high margin, the 4 locations, decades in business, or decade at least in business, this would be one I would consider for sure. I just would want to get more comfortable with the numbers.